What's poppin' today, fuckers? Today, we're gonna show you how to make an old-fashioned. It can also be a Johnny G. Johnny G is a Woodford old-fashioned. Unfortunately, we're out of Woodford behind the bar at the moment, so we're gonna use makers. So first, you're gonna take your makers and your jigger, and you're gonna do 2.5 ounces of makers in your mixing jar. Okay. You're gonna take your bitters. This is Angostura bitters. There are an infinite amount of bitters around the world. You're gonna do a dash of that. You can do 2. My preference is 1. Angostura bitters, I think, ruins old fashions. Typically, you'd use like an orange bitters. Angostura bitters it's something else. Now, you're gonna take your simple syrup, and you're gonna do 1/2 ounce of that, and in the glass. Now, if this was a Johnny G, you'd be done. You just put your ice in, give it a stir, in the glass, top it with ice, and then an orange peel. But we're not gonna do a Johnny G because Johnny G's are boring. We're gonna do your typical old-fashioned. We've kind of shifted towards doing regular old-fashions that you'd get anywhere else in the world. But the Johnny G is named after our club president, John Gunnan. This is how he likes it, and this is how a lot of people do like it. So if somebody orders a Johnny G specifically, this is what you should make. Now that we've got that out of the way, for a regular old-fashioned, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can do a very thin slice of orange and throw it in, or you can do an orange peel. This one's almost dead here. And then you're gonna do a nice peel of orange here. And you're gonna take 2 cherries, 2 of the filthy cherries. Sometimes we make them, sometimes I'll make them. It's difficult sometimes, but anyway, we still need that. You're gonna grab your muddler. This is a muddler, and you're gonna squish that shit.
Squish it real good.
Just pummel it, muddle it down to a pulp. The reason you don't want a super thick cut of orange is, typically you just use the rind, I don't know what you call it, the peel, I guess. You don't want it to be too juicy, and you really don't want pulp in the old-fashioned. Anyway, you take a cup of ice now, throw her in there. I like to go in here one more time, get a little bit extra cherry juice. In the glass we go. And you're gonna swirl that shit. Now notice I'm not going like, a lot of people will try to stir that shit. There's actually a specific way to stir an old fashioned because you don't want to break the ice. You can do shaken or stirred for cocktails. Shaken, you're crushing the ice. Stirred, you're supposed to put the back of the spoon against the mixing glass. And these things are ribbed like something else. So you're just more of doing a wrist motion or a finger motion, I guess, and you're just kind of twisting it, You want to keep the back of the spoon on the glass. Anyway, then you're going to take it. In your highball glass we go. Voila. Off to the side with that. Now, if we were classy motherfuckers, we would go grab a big ice cube from the freezer. But since this isn't going to anybody, we're just gonna do some regular ice because ice is ice. It's all frozen water. H2O. And that's your old fashioned. Now, you have to do your garnish. That's what your orange peel is for. You're gonna take filthy cherry. You're gonna take your poker. And you're gonna go through the edge here, through the cherry, and back through the other edge. So it looks just like that, real nice. Push it up towards the top. Try to make it look nice, not like I just did. And boom. For our lovely photographer, do a nice little sample of that. Let me know how she tastes.
That's a damn good old fashioned.
Well, good. I'm gonna take a sip from the other edge because COVID. Exquisite. That's been another episode of Matt's Tube, I guess. I hope you fuckers enjoyed and have a great rest of your night.